Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's talk Big Brother. This was Tuesday's episode, POV. This was the episode I've been waiting for. I told you all it was must see TV. It was DaVonne giving me life. Everything I needed from Day, she gave. Um, the first half of the show was very lackluster. I didn't take any notes. I'm going to go off of the dome because I got some things to say. And then there's some things we could just gloss right over. Like, let's start with that whole disruptor ceremony. I'm telling you right now, I dislike David. I dislike David. If you aren't on my Twitter, I'm telling you, follow me on Twitter at Kiss My Cheeks TV. I give all my reactions into tweets on Twitter, and I just completely dislike him. I don't understand. Like, he's in that whatever that room is saying, you gotta cry, David, you gotta cry. And I'm like, what are you crying for? Like, why are you trying to muster up tears? Why are you trying to come up with this fakeness? Why do you want people to think someone gifted you off of the block? I don't understand it. Like, the whole point of Big Brother is you have to eventually have a resume to tell people, if you're sitting in that final two, of why you should be the winner. And a big thing you could claim is, I won this power in the dark. It was redemption because I was the first one out of my season because of a power in the dark. I redeemed myself and I'm taking myself off the block. I am not going home today. That would have been an amazing television moment. It would have been an amazing thing you could have put on your resume for the game. But what do you want to do? You want to walk around the house. You saved me? Did you save me? Did you save me? DaVonne, I know you saved me. And it's just like it had no common sense. Like, Tyler would not save you because he would have saved that for next week because he's currently on the block. DaVonne would have saved herself last week. You asked Kevin if he saved you, and Kevin was the one sitting right next to you. Why would Kevin save you and he's sitting right there? Like, I dislike David. I want him to be gone. Whenever he's sitting on the block, I'm praying this just the week we got to let him go because he disrupts the strategy of the game. It just doesn't sit well with my spirit. Like, yes, David, go on over there to the challenge, Love Island, something that doesn't take that much of a thought process, I guess. But Big Brother is not for you. It's not for you. Like, the whole first 30 minutes of David and his, did you save me? Did you save me? That drove me crazy. I said, bring on the veto. So let's gloss over everything else. Because no. Number two. Danny has to immediately nominate somebody. And like Christmas told her, and you know I don't have too many good feelings for Christmas, she said you had Enzo, Ian, and DaVonne. Now, I don't want DaVonne to go on the block, but Danny, you did have those three people. Why choose Tyler? Why choose someone to sit on the block and then campaign the entire week and be like, but I'm gonna make sure you don't go home? Then why you put his ass up there? Like, that drove me crazy. I don't understand the point of putting somebody on the block but saying, oh, I don't want you to go home. Like, if you didn't want him to go home, you could have easily put Ian up. You could have easily put Enzo up. You could have easily put DaVonne ass up. And would nobody have been mad? But you wanted to jump out there, you wanted to be bad, and you wanted to put Tyler up. Wear your big girl panties. Pull them all the way up. They hanging around your knees, Danny. Pull them panties all the way up and get Tyler out. Because I'm going to read you some more later. So now we over to the veto. Whatever they did with that little time machine, I'm going to make you small. Bad acting. Bad acting. Y'all could have saved that. The veto looked hard as hell. Like, that was an amazing competition. I had already knew DaVonne was going to win, but just watching it, a part of me felt like DaVonne wasn't gonna win because her thing kept falling over. But everybody's little beer cans kept falling over. And I was like, this looks so hard. It wasn't a little easy veto of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. She had to work for that veto and she won it. And when she cried after she won it, a part of me, I ain't cried, I ain't shed a tear, but I welled up a little bit. Like, I welled up a little bit. And I was like, I'm so proud of you, Day. Your first ever competition win. Really? Like, she never won nothing? She is an amazing Big Brother player to have never won anything and to have such a presence in the community. Like, that's amazing. But I love Day, and she won that veto, and it was like a little tiny veto. And then as soon as she won the veto, the telephone group is shook. And that's all. I've been waiting for that all season. Like, the telephone group was shook. What is they gonna do? We gotta do. And Cody walking around, she'd be stupid to use it. Like, why would she ever use it to save Kevin? Why would she do that? And I'm like, are y'all serious? Are y'all serious? Like, we got to see all... Don't say that, Angie. But we got to see a lot of everything I've been wanting to see. It was just giving me life. Like, DaVonne made me nervous a little bit, but I had already knew the results of the show. But watching it, I was like, Day, I know you're not talking about, because, you know, she go have her little conversation with Kevin, and Kevin's like, you going to use it on me? I'd appreciate it. I need the editors to get the story correct, because, and if the editors have the story correct, I need Kevin, David, and Day to get it the fuck together. Like, why? It's clear as one of them sunny ass LA days, not a cloud in the sky, that you three for sure are the outsiders. And if three people ain't never needed to stick together in Big Brother's history, it's you three. You three. So she was like, I gotta talk to Danny and see if Danny want me to use it. Why? I didn't even understand that coming out of your mouth. Like, to me, that was the opportunity of you, Kevin, come up with a name. Solid. She did say, if I use it on you, we're now a duo. Okay, y'all was gonna be a duo anyway. Y'all was gonna be a duo regardless. If you don't use it on him, it's better to have a duo than a solo, because if you didn't use it, he was going to be gone and you was going to be next. So she goes up, she talking to Danny, and Danny can't believe she going to use it. She crying to Cody, this is the stupidest thing ever. Why would she use the veto? Because she wants to play the game. Like, she doesn't want you to win. I'm sure DaVonne wants to take her baby Caden's $500,000. I think she would like to put it on her house note. I think she would like to start her baby a college fund. I don't think she wants to see you, Mr. Cody, whatever your last name is, win the money. That's why she wants to use the veto. DaVonne would like to make good television. If anything else, that's why she wants to use the veto. And so now, Ian is a little bit shook. Ian is pissed by the end of the episode, and I was glad to see it. Tyler don't know what to do. Franz is outside crying. I said, Karen in full effect. The Karen is in full effect. She just shitted on Bailey and DaVonne all of last week. All of last week. You got Tyler talking about, I believe in the movement. I want y'all black queens to stay here. And then, nah, I changed my mind. I want to play. You got Ian and Tyler threatening not to go to jury every 2 seconds. But here goes Franz, who hasn't had to do a single thing in the game, crying. Why does my best ally have to go? It's not fair. Why does Ian have to go? And I'm like, Ian ain't even your best ally, bitch. Like, you could give a fuck about Ian. For real. And then you just seen yourself, you and your friends, y'all just put Black Girl Magic up and didn't give a fuck about breaking them up. But you crying over Ian, who you were just in a room with Memphis, Danny, and Cody, laughing it up. side hurt, bent over, cackling at Memphis, making fun of him being autistic. Now, you got to go watch the live feeds to see exactly how it went down. I'm not going to try to explain it. But what I saw, Memphis pretending to be rocking back and forth and saying he got a problem with the rocking and he thinks that Ian is strange. He didn't say his autism was strange, but he think like they were just making fun of Ian. Bullshit. Now you want to sit out here and cry because he might go home? Because I done talk too fast. Ian is the renom. So let's just go ahead and get there because the veto ceremony gave me all the life. Oh, I said, yes, ma'am. DaVonne said, you might not be my ally, but you are my friend. Get your ass off the block. Come on. And I said, yes, ma'am, DaVonne. Yes, ma'am. Y'all need to be allies. What do you mean? I mean, that's what you do. And I like that she said that because, what was that, Sunday night before nominations? Kevin is my friend. Out of everybody in this house, I love hanging out with Kevin. I love laughing with Kevin. Kevin is my friend. I don't want to see him to go. This is Danny talking about her friend. You have your friends back in the game. Danny went from Kevin being a pawn to him being the one who has to go. Like that. And one disruptor. You could have wanted Ian to go. You could have. And I don't understand for the life of me this telephone group. I said it on Twitter. I said the telephone group is playing Big Brother like they could win and divide the prize by 6. And everybody just go home with a piece as long as we make it to the final 6. That's not how this is played. And I believe it's frowned upon. You're not allowed to share the prize because they don't want people to do the things that they're doing now, which is the mob mentality. So the prize could be shared. That's the main reason why it's against the rules of sharing the prize. I'm tired of talking about Big Brother. Like, I usually do 20, 30-minute videos, but I get aggravated of writing the notes out and writing the same thing, talking about the same thing. Like, we already know. The only thing that's going to be interesting that I want to see Thursday night is, because I'm not really up on the live feeds, I want to know who goes home, because this is going to be a really iffy week. And I have a strange feeling. I have a very, very, very strange feeling that people are still going to be punk ass bitches and vote with the house. I want it to be a split vote. I want Danny to be forced to pick Ian or Tyler. I feel like Franz, as much as she wants to save Ian, to appease the Codys, to appease the Enzos, the Memphises, to appease the white gentlemen of the house, let's just call it what it is, she's going to side with Cody. She's going to be the one who says the house wants to vote out Ian. I guess it's time for me to get rid of Ian. And then Day, Kevin, and David, not wanting to be the outsiders that they already are going to flip and vote with the house. And I feel like Ian is going to go home. It's too many people begging and crying because Tyler is on the block. Like, I've never seen an HOH cry and whine so much that one of her nominations might go home, but she was the one who nominated him. Like, it makes no fucking sense. Like, you put him on the block, and now you're crying and whining because he might go home when you had all the power not to put him on the block. Like, oh, I put you on the block to make sure you win the veto. Like, no, bitch. And see, Danny, you the dumb bitch. And I'm telling you one thing I hope for sure, because I know it's going to happen. I hope y'all save Tyler, because he said it at the end of the episode. He said, yeah, bitch, you might save me now, but I ain't going to forget. I'll appreciate you saving me, but I ain't going to forget. I can guarantee you, if Tyler wins HOH next week, he's going to put Danny on the block next to somebody like... Tyler might can convince Christmas to be a pawn. I guarantee you Tyler is going to get Danny out. If Danny does not rally these votes to get out Tyler, her game is dead. Her game is dead in the water. The first time Tyler has the opportunity to shoot, he's going to take his shot and he's not going to miss. Because those men would rather work with each other than you and friends. You two are just numbers to them. And you two are doing all the dirty work. All of it. Y'all got rid of Bay. Y'all got rid of Kaser. Y'all got rid of Janelle. You getting ready to get rid of Ian. You're doing all of the work and they're sitting back getting ready to go to the final two. And y'all the dummies letting them. And I'm tired of talking about it. So we're going to like, comment, share right here. I can't wait to see how this vote goes on Thursday night. And it's back to the drawing board. To me, it's all down to the HOH. Either if the people of color don't win, if the people of color don't win, Kevin and DaVonne are going on the block. If one of the people of color does win, it will be an interesting week of Big Brother. So that's where we're at. Like, I really ain't got to watch it to Sunday. Honestly. Anyway, like I said, like, comment, share. I will talk to you all. Again, follow me on Twitter, because if you want my true reaction of what I think while I'm watching the show, I tweet. And I was a little bit angry. Like, it was good. I was angry at David in the beginning, and then DaVonne, she brought it back to life. So I will see you all Friday. No, not Friday. It's a football game Friday night. So I probably won't have my Big Brother review up until Saturday. So forgive me. But I'm never going to have the reviews up on Fridays because it's varsity football right now. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.